Hey there YouTube, this is PolarBear084 here, back again after quite a long break. I do apologise. And here we are on the final episode in A Bear's Guide to Hunting. When I say final, I mean, final for a while. I am moving, for those of you who don't know. So this will be my last one before I move. And considering it's a very lengthy and tough and grueling process, I probably won't restart for at least a couple of months. But don't worry, if you want to PM me or comment or even contact me through the Google Plus page I have, go ahead, for those few people who even know what Google Plus is. So yeah, after possibly the world's worst created intro, here we are, episode 14. And as you've already read in the title, we're going against somebody that pretty much every hunter has grown to despise at some point. But also you'll really start to love at some point as well, just because of how strong the armour and the weapons are that you can get from this guy. It's Tigrex. It's Tigrex. In the opening of the game, you see your character thrown off a mountain by a Tigrex, so it's basically the arch nemesis of the game, even though it's Tigrex's cousin, the Nagakuga, a black version, that is shown on the cover. Go figure. Anyway, there he is. There's the brute. He's huge, and he's always got a blind on him. Well, not always, but in this area he does. It's not going well. Okay, as you can tell, he's horribly aggressive. He's actually pretty quick as well for his size, and also very, very strong. And I know I've said that before, and it hasn't really been shown to be that tough, but really, this guy is tough. He's the kind of guy who can kill you in, I'd say, 2 hits. And I only say 2 hits because I've got a health upgrade at the minute, thanks to eating in the kitchen. You're going to want to eat before you fight this guy. You're also going to want to bring Armorskin and Demondrugs. I will include in the description how to make those. They're really, they're quite easy to make, as long as you know what materials to look out for. So yeah, you're going to want to bring that. You're going to want to have high defense. I have a defense of 191 actually. No, 201, because I ate a Demondrug. So yeah, that's hence why you need the Demondrugs. Okay, that hurt. Yeah, you see, that was damaging. That was painful. I didn't like that at all. So you're going to want the Demondrug to do more damage, to deal with him more quickly. You're going to want the Armordrug so you don't die while trying to deal with him more quickly. Okay. Yeah, the other problem is that a lot of the time you're going to be stuck halfway through a combo, and he's going to just do one of his more powerful attacks on you. Like this one, for example. The 360 tailspin's annoying because he can hit you twice, potentially, and he normally does. So be careful. Just because he blocked one doesn't mean you should run back at him. So yeah, you want to bring Armordrug, Demondrug for sure. I'd say 3, because you get 3 continues. 1 for each continue, I'd say. That's my rule. Especially since you are going to die against this guy at least once. So bring those. Bring a thunder element weapon. It doesn't matter what. It kind of does matter what weapon you bring, but whatever the weapon, make sure it's thunder element, because that's what he's weak to. He's weak to dragon as well, but if any of you have any dragon weapons at this point, I will congratulate you. But they're probably far too weak or far too blunt to be used against this guy. So dragon's not really ideal. Thunder, yes. I could have bought the longsword, but I'd be dead by now. I could have bought a greatsword, but again, I'd be dead by now. What you need with the Tigrex to counter how quick he is and how strong he is at the same time, you need to be able to be quick, but both guard at the same time. Greatswords don't guard that quickly, and you are so cumbersome with them. You move so slowly, it's almost not worth it. Ow. So yeah, really your first objective is to cut off the tail, and while that may sound simple, it really isn't. you can't just go in and swipe at the tail for a good 10 minutes and expect it to fall off. No, what you've got to do is, as far as I'm aware, you have to make him flinch twice. Ow. You have to make him flinch twice before you can cut his tail off. I never knew this before, but I read it on the wiki, which I will again include in the description far down at the bottom. It's always way at the bottom, so if you want it, just scroll all the way down. And then I read it there, I tested it, and it actually seemed to be true, because I wailed on his tail for a good 15 minutes and nothing happened, until he had already flinched by at least a couple of times by the time I cut it off. So I believe that's true. Don't quote me on it, quote whoever said it on the wiki, but I'm pretty sure it's true. It seems to be. I mean, why wouldn't it? Who would lie on a wiki page, honestly? So yeah, basically, be able to guard is important. Hammers, a lot of people try to take on Tigrex with hammers because you can, if you hit him in the face enough, then you can, sorry I had to concentrate for that, if you hit him in the face enough then he will be knocked out. However, if you knock out a Tigrex, he just, I think he tail spins on the spot pretty much permanently, like some kind of Tasmanian devil. So I wouldn't recommend it too highly, to be brutally honest. Also, when they break out of KO, they almost always go enraged, and that's the last thing you want, because then he's even quicker, and he will kill you in one hit, let alone 2 hits. Let's see, I need a ration already. You may have noticed I brought 5 hot drinks with me instead of taking the 2 from the chest. My reasoning is that since there's no doubt I'm going to die against this guy at least once, especially since I'm talking as well as fighting against him, not really the best combination. But yeah, considering I am more than likely to die against him, I can go back and pick him up then. And I'll have used 2 hot drinks by then, I'm sure. They only last for 5 minutes, each of them, so I'm pretty sure I'll have used 2 by then, and I can pick up the other ones. This little area here is very useful, very useful. If you're ever low on health and you're in area 8, just go nearby to the entrance of area 6 where you can come in, and there is a very small hole in the mountain. If you missed me going into it, you can either rewind, or I'm pretty sure I'll end up going through here again anyway, because I'm a wuss like that. So, and yeah, it's pretty easy to see once you know it's there. You can also get Kizu whelps on the from that mining point there. You can also rarely get Macrolite ore, but more than likely Kizu whelps, and they'll eat on you, which isn't good. So, what's annoying about the Tigrex as well is that he's one of those monsters that knocks you over a lot. Oh yeah, he can get jaw locked on a mountain, by the way. It's hilarious. Another good advantage of actually going behind that hidden area. He'll just sit there and run into the wall, endlessly. He's dropped a shiny as well. It's probably Wyvern tears, or it could be a Tigrex shell or scale. We'll find out in a second. So yeah, like I said, sorry again about the long wait for this episode. I know it probably built up the hype, especially with the less than good intro I used. I couldn't resist. It's Tigrex, you know. He kind of deserves his own intro. He's that kind of mean. He really is. Oh, and if you're wondering why I'm going to such extreme lengths to block his roar, it does damage you. If you're close to him and he roars, he will send you flying. Genuinely. And does quite a sizable amount of damage, which is not good, especially against him. Oh, okay. Yeah, what is annoying about his running thing is that he doesn't just do it in a straight line like a Monoblos or a Rhinoceros, for example. He will run at you, then he'll turn 180 and run at you again. It's quite irritating. And also, more often than not, if you've done a running jump, you're recovering from that by the time he starts running back at you the second time. There we go. I was hoping that would happen. Uh-oh. Okay, this is not good. He's enraged. When it happens when he's enraged, he'll immediately stop whatever he's doing, leap backwards across the area and roar at you. You'll also notice that just above his wing claws, it's slightly red. His face is slightly red as well. So So yeah, and look how much faster he is. He's faster than a Yang Cuckoo, and a lot stronger, I can tell you that. So yeah, everything is faster, even his jaw lock. It lasts for about 3 seconds, maybe 4 seconds. So, you know, yeah, one hit right now and I am dead. And he's just got me in a corner, draining my stamina right now. Okay, sorry, got very worried there. But yeah, like I said, sorry again about the wait on the episode. I've had a lot of other things going on. And also, it's the last one. I kind of was putting it off without really noticing I was. Kind of didn't want to do it. You know, I enjoy doing this. It's quite fun. That was close. I suppose it took offence to my cat. But yeah, like I said, high defense, speed, pretty much a necessity, and defending if you can, being able to block. Hence why Sword and Shield, such a good weapon to bring. I mean, I used, sorry I haven't gone through this already, but I used the Thunderbane. It's got 168 attack, but 170 Thunder attribute, which is quite useful, considering just how, is he flying away? Yeah, he is. Considering just how effective Thunder is. So, you know, I want to be able to deal as much damage with each hit, whether or not it's physical or elemental. Oh, another thing as well, you can't get from Area 7 to Area 8 in this mission. They've blocked it off. I've heard rumours that you can break those rocks with hammers, but I honestly don't know. I don't know what advantage that would really give you, considering the secret area you're going to want to hide in is near the entrance to Area 6. So I would suggest leaving it, really. He'll never go from Area 8 to Area 7, I don't think. I hate Bangos. I really, really do. I keep forgetting they come back. You think once would be enough for these things, wouldn't you? Okay, I'm risking it. That was a bad choice. No, it's fine. It's fine. We're good. We're safe. At the end of every combo, roll if you can. If you have a weapon you can roll with. If you're using lances, obviously do your jump, or just block again. But yeah, like I said, you want to avoid, dodge, or block as many of his attacks as you can. Basically, that should be your main advantage, main tactic. Outlast him. Run through this mission like you have 1 HP left at all times, because in his eyes, you might as well do. What with the amount of damage he does. If he catches you with his claw when he does the boulder attack, he will more than likely kill you. It's unbelievably strong. And feel free, again, like I always say, to count the amount of times I say It is ridiculous. I have been keeping track and it's getting insane. Anyway, I did write down, see what I mean? I did write down a list of noteworthy attacks. I always do. I always write these down. And funnily enough, this one is every single attack he does. Every single one. Because all of them are noteworthy. You've got to pay attention to all of them. Otherwise, one of them is going to be the one that kills you. So, let's start with that one. 360 tailspin. If you're anywhere near him, or even close to him, even if you're, let's say, around about this close, there's a chance his tail will catch you. If you haven't already cut it off yet. But like I said, that's the first thing you're going to want to do. Flinch him twice, then cut his tail off. He's going back to 8. See, he doesn't go to 7. I think if you break the boulders, he goes to 7. And it's a horrible area to fight him in. It's so small and narrow, there's nowhere to run. So if it is possible you can break the boulders, don't bother to anyway. Just don't. So yeah, 360 tailspin is quite damaging, especially when he's enraged, because you don't have nowhere near as much time to react to it, and it's stronger as well. It's kind of unfair, really. Couldn't they have just been quicker or stronger? Did it have to be both? Honestly. Anyway, the boulder toss, that one. Throws 3 boulders in an arc in front of him. If one of them hits you, it hurts. Also, you know the ledge in Area 6? I once thought that standing up there as a gunner would be a genius, and I mean genius idea, because he can't hit me up there, obviously. He can. That will hit you. He'll do that if you're out of his reach. If you're far away from him, or if you are on a different level to him, he will more than likely do that one. And he will hit you. Because as a gunner, you don't really move that far, that fast. So yeah, gunners beware of that actually, especially when he's enraged. He can cover area 8 in about 3 seconds. He's very, very, very quick. So be very careful, that's all I can say really. His roar is, I count it as an attack, purely because it hurts. It doesn't hurt that much, even when he's enraged it doesn't hurt, which he might well do at the moment. Whoop. Yeah, you see it actually knocked my cat flying, although most things knock my cat flying, so I don't think that really means anything. Yeah, sometimes when he's enraged, he will, because as you may have noticed, a lot of the time when he's enraged, okay, I've really got to stop pointing at the screen that you guys can see me. A lot of the time when he's enraged, he'll run and he'll turn once, then he'll run again. When he's enraged, he'll do that twice. He'll run at you, and then he'll turn around, and then he'll charge at you again, and then he'll turn around and he'll charge at you again. Don't do it now. That wasn't an invitation, that was just a suggestion. Don't. Okay, so yeah, you've seen that. He'll only do that when he's enraged as far as I can tell. When he's not enraged, it's just he only turns around once. Come on. There we go. Just to get a couple of hits in the middle of nowhere apparently. But trust me, this mission is going to take you a long time, no matter what weapon you bring, no matter what armor you have. You're more than likely going to die once, so don't feel discouraged if you do, and you are going to take around about 40 minutes, especially if you are running back. Oh, when he's, I didn't notice that, when he's enraged and you block the roar, I think it knocks you back further, as you know, like you were charged at or something like that. A heavy knockback, I think it's called. Might not be though. Might just be making that up. But it sounds good, so I'm going to use it. Heavy knockback. And see, he's enraged again. There does come a point where he'll stop being enraged, you'll think it's safe to hit him, and you'll start hitting him again, and then he'll start flashing red, like some kind of fire engine. So yeah, honestly, don't worry too much. He's going to be enraged for pretty much the entirety of this fight. So this is what you need to get used to. Running around, getting a couple of hits off, and then fleeing for your life. See, his flinches are ridiculously quick as well. Everything about him is insanely fast. But yeah, you know that secret area I showed you about? Just to my left. Yeah, my left. To my left. That is perfect area for sharpening, because when he's enraged, he won't give you the time of day. He really won't. He will just plow you down. So sharpen there. Don't ever try to sharpen anywhere else. Especially if he's enraged, which he more than likely will be. So we've spoken about the 360, the triple charge. Sometimes when he charges once, actually, he'll just bite in front of him, which is pretty bad actually, because you jump out of the way, you run away from him and jump backwards, and then he can, you know, close the distance. He does that a lot. Sorry, I was rearranging my headphones, so I kind of missed out on that opportunity. Oh dear, my weapon power's decreased, and he's enraged. Talk about timing. Don't come after me, go for the cat. That's your bait. Here it is, just here. You walk into it, he'll crouch, or you can roll into it by pressing X, and then do it that way instead. It's entirely up to you. Do I have any small whetstones left? No. You'll have noticed that actually I have a portable shock trap. Picked it up from the item chest. And you'll also notice I have 2 large barrel bombs and 1 small one. I think you might be able to see where this is going. I did bring these with me on my first attempt at this quest. I didn't use them, but I think I'm going to use them now so I can show anybody who has no idea what I'm talking about what I'm talking about. Because it's a very good tactic against wyverns that are just really ticking you off, which a lot of them will do. But yeah, sort out all problems here. You can't go back out the way you came, you've got to climb up here and jump down. So sort out all issues you have before doing this. Actually, I would also suggest looking where he is before you jump down. But, you know, that's just my suggestion, considering I just landed on his face. I don't think he liked that. I don't think he liked that either. So yeah, he could break his face, his wing claws and his tail. Tail's the most difficult, because you'll never really know when you can actually cut the thing off. Just keep trying. After 15 minutes of fighting and you should get it off. I actually thought I had it then. As always, cutting tails off is easier with sharper weapons, and it's easier with a longsword than it is with a greatsword, because greatswords, while they do a lot of power, aren't really that sharp. So yeah, sure, swords and shields are good for cutting things off, because the blade's so small, I'm assuming it stays sharp. Oh, there's one wing claw. Unfortunately, breaking items on monsters doesn't mean they do any less damage. It also, if you break the tail of a poisonous monster, it doesn't mean that it stops poisoning you if it hits you with the tail, I've noticed, which is kind of irritating. But, you know, there you go. That would be too easy, I believe. Just, you know, not quite entertaining enough. Not as many continues on my track record. But so far, we're 20 minutes in and I haven't died, which is good, I must admit. Well, although actually, this is gonna... yeah, that was a really, really bad idea. Don't know what I was thinking. Oh yeah, when he lands in a new area, by the way, don't go underneath him. I know that in previous episodes I told you to stand beneath their shadow if you're a greatsword user especially, and charge up a triple charge attack. Don't do it, because he doesn't float down, especially if he's seen you. He plunges to the ground and it hurts you a lot. So watch. Boom, see? That could have been you underneath him. So don't do that. It's not good. Run away from the wall. Yeah, there is a very small area where it will do what roars normally do, which is that. But outside of that very infinitesimal area, it might as well not have happened. And inside it, you'd probably have preferred that it happened, because it hurts. And I mean, it's just annoying. Because then by the time he stops roaring, you've just gotten up, and so he can charge you over. You know, it becomes a very quickly repetitive cycle. And if he has you blocked in a corner, I recommend very highly that you get out of it as soon as possible. Because he has a tendency for doing one attack after another, and it's not that your health is the issue, it's your stamina, especially if you have a sword and shield, because eventually he's going to get through it. I mean, each hit takes down about a stake's worth of stamina, if not more. See what I mean about the timing he has? Just impeccable, it really is. So yeah, really make sure your stamina is as full as it can be at all times, because you're going to need every last ounce of it. So what was I saying about the the bombs and the portable shock trap are very, 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 very useful. Snap out of it. I don't normally do that for my cat, but I need him to give him a defense boost. I already have one, but you know, if he plays the flute, it increases it a bit more. So I could really do with one right now. You do have to deal a certain amount of damage to the tail as well. You can't just go up to him after he's flinched twice and then just slice it off in one hit. There is a certain amount of damage that needs to be done as well. So yeah, don't just think you can cut it off in one hit. That would be nice, but no. Again, too easy, I think. Is he going again? Alright, fair enough. So yeah, those are all you've seen pretty much every move he does now. The only issue is he does them all very frequently. Every single one, over and over, without a pause. He doesn't ever taunt you either. That's another thing. He doesn't stop attacking you. The only thing close to a taunt is when he roars at you, but I don't really count that. So, watch. Dum. See? Not good to stand under that, I can tell you. Is that my second time I flinched him? If it is, we're going to be here for a while. There we go. It was the second time. There we are. There's his tail. Nice and no longer attached. So that does mean his tail spin has a less chance of hitting you, which is the good news. The bad news is he's more than likely going to be enraged in a couple more hits. Especially since he just flinched again. But like I said, and yeah, that's another annoying thing. You'll more often than not get caught on his wing claws, or his back claws, or his face when you're trying to roll away from him. And then he's got you right where he wants you. I'll show you the area I hide in just one last time as well. See, just there, that's the entrance to Area 6 right there. And there's my hiding hole. Roll through it, and then just fall through it again. Because with some monsters they can actually catch you. If he does the snowball attack as well, I think if he's right next to it he can get you again. So don't sit around, because just get all the way through. And you can't do any item using while you're crouched down like that. So unfortunately you can't just sit there sharpen and then come back out. Although I probably wouldn't recommend it anyway. So yeah, like I was saying before, I'm probably going to die at some point. I'll either run out of potions or make another stupid mistake or not look where he is again. But I was lucky, he'd already dual locked himself. Do I have to be cat? That's right, do that. Again, no cats were harmed in the making of any of these videos. So don't worry about them, they're fine. You know, just quick sorcerer open. Good now, and they'll be fine. Promise. But yeah, if at the time that I do die, because it's going to happen, I will speed up the recording, because there's no need for you to watch me run all the way back up here, grab some hot drinks and all that other stuff. So if I die, I'll fall silent, speed up the don't place it there. No. This is going to hurt. Okay. Yeah, you know that point I told you about that I was going to die? This is probably going to be it. Right, this is the trick I was talking to you about. Do that one there, do that one there, small barrel bomb in between, and then run. Like your life depends on it, because it does. Yeah, you see, it blows up itself, and then both barrel bombs in 2 separate places. And I can tell you, to anyone who's doubting that fact, that hurts. That hurts a lot. It works against pretty much every large or fast or strong monster you're ever going to fight. Again, I'm using the Hidey Hole. So yeah, that's why shock trap plus bombs equals good things. So yeah, don't worry about bringing your own, like I said. There's one in the box for you, and so just use that. Might as well. You can't keep it, so make sure you use it in the quest for at least something, even if it's just 1 triple charge. Make sure that you don't do it when he's enraged though, because when he's enraged, either the shock trap doesn't work, it doesn't work for a lot of monsters, or it lasts half as long, because if you think about it, everything that they do is doubled, including time in the trap, I believe. I mean, not doubled, halved. So that would be pretty much an ample waste of a very good trap. Ow. But yeah, I would highly recommend this armour for this quest actually as well. Just considering how much damage he does, you need every point of defence that you can get. Actually, I've got an interesting idea. Can you stack Demondrug abilities? 172. Off you go. No, you can't. That was a waste. Well, it was worth a try. Because if you could bring 5, eat all of them, and then go in there like some crazy powerhouse. But unfortunately, you can't. So you can't stack them. So just wait until it's gone. The benefit is gone, and then eat another one. Otherwise, you'll waste whatever items you use to make a Demondrug and an Armorskin. I have no idea what they are, so I'll put it in the description. There's always something I forget, so you know, just be surprised it's only the one thing so far. Let's see, it's running for a couple more hits. I was actually going to show you another item I bought, but considering this timing opened up, I'm not going to let it slip away from me. Where is it? Did I even bring it? No, I didn't bring it. I won't be showing you anything then. Oh, apart from how not to avoid a Tigrex. Yeah, don't stand near the edges of anything. You want to be right in the centre at pretty much all times. Because if you're not, you will roll one way and realise you can't. And then he'll have you in a corner, which is, like I said earlier, exactly where you don't want him to have you. Okay. He's actually quite scary. I don't know if I managed to translate that in the opening sequence I made, but he is quite terrifying, especially when he's enraged, because you know how much stronger he is, and he's just so much faster. I think about 3 times quicker. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I honestly this was one of the first guys I had to look up a walkthrough for. Oh wow, limping, fantastic. He goes to area 3, I believe, when he's damaged, when he's near death. That is his nest area, or rest area, or whatever you want to say. So yeah, 25 minutes that took. Pretty good really for a Tigrex episode, which is why the bombs are very useful. They do a lot of damage. I think you can only bring 3 large barrel bombs. I think you can bring 5 small barrel bomb pluses. Again, I'll add that in the description as well. So you guys know. But the item I was going to tell you about was life crystals. They're made by combining a god bug and a wyvern. You see, those I actually know how to make, just because of how useful they are. They can both be bought from the old lady that stands by the guild. If you're playing Freedom, Monster Hunter Freedom 2, another good time actually to use the bombs is when he's asleep, because it does 3 times the damage. And you don't have to worry about... Did a Geoprey just take down a Tigrex? I've never seen that before. Feel free to rewind and tell me, because I missed that. If it did, I would be very surprised, because they can't even take down me. Not to brag or anything. Let's see what we're going to do. Sharpen. You'll notice I bought 10 mega potions as well. After this quest, I would recommend bringing 10 instead of the 5 I've been bringing, just because you're going to use them so much. Ah, he's enraged. Why? Why must he be enraged all the time? Okay. See, normally I would have been hit by his tail swipe there, but because it's no longer attached to his body, it couldn't hit me. Ow. Fighting him in this area is actually the hardest part of fighting him. Because you start getting cocky, thinking, oh yeah, he's nearly dead, I don't have to worry too much. You do. Trust me. You really, really do. Actually, one time I did get here without dying. I then proceeded to die twice in very quick succession. I died the first time and then went, okay, he's got to be close now. And then I got back 3 seconds later, genuinely, I was dead again. Because I wasn't blocking, I was throwing caution to the wind, and it just did not go well for me. So, yeah, there you go. Word to the wise, do not think just because he's gone to sleep and you got here quickly, he's going to be easy, because he isn't. So yeah, what was I talking about before I went on that danger rant? Yeah, if the Geoprey did take him down, let me know in the comments, because that would be hilarious. Just, yeah, absolutely. Very lucky that didn't get me. But yeah, Tigrex at this point is still quite dangerous. And also very dangerous considering you are probably low on items right now. Stamina and Whetstones. Those are items as well, but you know what I mean. You're running low on everything that you actually need. So be very careful, because he's still just as strong. Just because he's been limping doesn't mean he's that close to death. As a matter of fact, I don't know if this is confirmed, but I actually think that they gave him more health when he limped, because you know some monsters limp when they have, let's say, hypothetically 30 HP left. I think they make him limp when he has like 80 HP left. Just as a you know, how the hell did that happen? Just as a sort of hypothetical example. There's no way I could have stopped that. Or this. See, this is, like I said, where it starts getting problematic. You get hit once, you have no stamina. You get hit again, you get hit again. So yeah, honestly, I think he has quite a lot of HP even if he starts limping. So just be very careful of that. But yeah, honestly, fighting this guy is well worth it. There's another quest after this when you complete this one. This is the urgent quest, of course, to get you into 5 stars, I believe. But when you do complete this quest, there is another Tigrex fight. It's in the desert, and you will not believe how much easier it is. After this quest, you'll never have to do it again, which is nice to know. The Tigrex in the desert, because you've got so much room to move, is a piece of cake, honestly. A piece of cake with cream cheese icing and possibly a cherry of some sort. It's very easy. But yeah, there you go, one dead Tigrex, half an hour. I'm surprised that went so well, but it was probably the elemental advantage. If you think about it, my elemental advantage was I was actually slightly more powerful than my weapon. So if I didn't have that, I would have run out of time, because it took me half an hour now. You only have 50 minutes. I'd have run out of time. It goes to show you just how important elemental advantages become. Well, I never died, so that's a good thing. Unfortunately, that is my last episode before I move. It's very sad, really. But I will come back to doing this, don't worry. I'm not going forever, I'm just going for a few months while I sort things out. For those of you who've moved before, or are currently doing it, you will know how time consuming it is. So that's what I'll be doing for a while. Wish me luck. If you want to comment or PM me for any reason, any questions you've got, any advice you want on any of the monsters of Monster Hunter, let me know and I will happily reply. Don't worry, I'll always be checking those. I've got my G+ page as well if you want updates on the move, how that's going and all the other things. And don't forget, if you like the video, subscribe if you really feel like it. Again, it's always your choice. And like, I always like seeing likes. I like it. And thanks again for all the positive comments that I keep getting from you guys. I'm glad you're really enjoying these. I'm sorry I'm going to have to pause for a bit, but I will restart, I promise you that, because I do enjoy doing it. So yeah, Thunder Element, there's no way you'd have Dragon. If you do, it's probably not strong enough to be worth it anyway, so just use Thunder, nobody's going to know. Life Crystals are good. They basically heal like a better version of a potion. They also heal everybody, including your cat. So if you're ever in the guild, which you'll notice I've been ignoring on purpose, I wanted to just the Elder quests, and see how I can do it just by doing those and not cheating, what I call it cheating, by using the guild quests. Because I haven't even got to Rathian yet, but in the guilds you can get to him straight away. So I haven't been using that, but if you are in the guild with your friends, always bring life crystals. They heal everybody close to you. Very useful, very useful item. Bring bombs, 2 large ones and a small one. I'll put the recipes in the description again. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed the final episode of this section of A Bear's Guide to Hunting. It's been great doing it, and I'll speak to you guys again soon. Have fun. I've been Polar Bear 084.